taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Steelers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now Burrow on first down. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple. This defense for the Steelers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
From midfield now, Burrow. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
And no team got after the quarterback quite like the Steelers did last season. They led the NFL in sacks and quarterback pressures, and there's another one right there. This Pittsburgh team, always known as Blitzburgh.
On 3rd down, Mixon. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8-ball.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first down carry for Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This defense for the Steelers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Mixon on the toss right. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
Open man is Uzama. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. To throw, it's Kaepernick. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick out to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And a short gain down to about the 33. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Now Kaepernick. It's brought in by Harris. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a pickup of 6. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Harris. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Looking deep downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. And all all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit? And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Kaepernick now on first down. And hitting Juju on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. On first down, Kaepernick.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but it'll be second down. Kaepernick now to throw.
Right side, Claypool's got it.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Second and 2.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Again, it's Kaepernick.
Completion here to Claypool.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Chase Claypool.
As the first half is winding down, and the Steelers have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
That's well good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone.
And not wanting to risk any. Here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. First down, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Jamar Chase, the intended receiver.
And now it's 2nd down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach! So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run again with Harris. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
To throw is Kaepernick. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on first down. Harris takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's taken down inside the 30. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Out to Juju. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. It's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Robert Spillane coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
To dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. They shakes him off. And he's going to go down again. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, standing just about on his own goal line. He's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. First down. It's Harris, and he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, 35 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's running out his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense. But yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On second down, here's Mixon. Gets past one man. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it here with Pirine. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Back to Mixon on second down.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the